Jeg rykker mig ikke, og I kan aldrig få mig til at sige stille. Min stemme er min rettighed, men det er min frihed, og jeg lover at sige, hvad jeg har på hjertet.
Selvom jeg er uenig med dig, så vil jeg kæmpe for din ret til at stå der.
Og jeg kæmper også for, at vi skal have flere vitaminer ind i systemet. Altså. Det er rigtigt, at D-vitamin styrker os. Det er solens energi, vi skal optage, og det kan styrke os mod alt sygdom. Jeg kæmper for min rettighed til at stå her.
Vivian, hvad er med oplyst?
Oplyst? Hvordan? Jeg har ikke
tilladelse for at tro og demonstrere. Prøv at høre, det er på baggrund af, at du følger politiets anvisninger. Og hvis ikke du følger mine anvisninger og finder det derovre, så er din demo, den er oplyst. Og så skal du flytte dig herfra, og det skal du gøre nu. Den er hermed oplyst.
Nå, de fik ikke reaktionen fra os af, så nu får de reaktion fra staten af. Hey! Vi kæmper I for frihed, så kommer I herover og kæmper for frihed! Hey! Hey! I kommer herover nu! Hey! Det der stopper I! Det der stopper I, du! Hvad fanden er I gang i? Fucking fascister, mand! Fed fascister! I stopper det pis der! I skal stoppe det pis der! Hvad fanden laver I? Hvad fanden er I gang i? Nej, jeg finder mig ikke i så der. Jeg finder mig ikke i det der.
Tag nu med ro, vi skal ikke henholde hende.
Hallo?
Nej, det må I da ikke.
Hvad fanden er I gang i?
Kæste venner, hvad er det, I gør? Nej, vi vil ikke.
Vi mennesker, der kæmper for frihed, vi kæmper også for hendes frihed, selvfølgelig. Hvad fanden er I gang i?
Hun må da gerne.
Fucking fascistsystem, mand. Tag din mundblæ af der, mand. Har I det godt med, hvad I går og laver? Hallo, mand. Hvad fanden er I gang i? Det skal da jeres frihed, der også gå ud over. For satan, mand.
Tag nu lige at behandle hende ordentligt, ikke også? Ja, jeg bliver også rolig, ikke også?
Fuldstændig.
Lad os bare få ro på det.
Det er ikke fordi, hun siger sin mening. Når man anmelder en demo, så skal man efterkomme politiets anvisninger.
Mor stats anvisninger. Order follower. En fucking order follower, mand.
Træk tilbage af det nu.
Jeg har på.
Er det derfor, I blev politimænd, når det får at gøre sådan noget? Jeg skal holde afstand, jeg står og prøver at snakke med dig. Er det derfor, du er politimænd, når det får at gøre sådan noget der?
Hold kæft, hvor er det bare lavt, mand. Hvad fanden er det bare umenneskeligt, mand? Det her, det er forrygt. Hvad er det latterligt, mand? Hvad fanden sker der for jer, mand? Det er latterligt.
Træk 2 meter tilbage.
Altså, kom over den. Er det derfor, I fandt så, eller hvad?
Træk tilbage.
Er det rettighederne? Kan du se, hvad vi gør, Peter?
Hvad fanden er det for noget, mand? Sindssyg fucking fascistsystem, mand. Det gør jeg også. Det gør jeg sgu da også, mand. Det er latterligt, det der. Fucking psykopater, mand. Fascister, mand. Nej, det kan jeg se. Så skal du prøve at sætte på mundbind på. Jeg kan heller ikke få vejret, når jeg har mundbind på, men det der, det er slet ikke korrekt. Det er slet ikke i orden, det der. Det er et typisk fascistsystem, desværre. Og de tendenser, vi ser mere og mere i samfundet over for ordensmagten. Det er dybt tragisk. Det er dybt tragisk, mand. Nu skal du prøve at det er det, vi kæmper imod, det der, kære medmenneske. Det er netop de ting, at vi kæmper imod det system der. Det er sørgeligt, det er endt her, mand. Totalt sørgeligt. Det er lige præcis sådan her system, vi kan overleve på igen og igen og igen ved at lave sådan nogle fucking ting her. Det er netop de ting, vi kæmper imod, de fucking fascister, mand. Pis fascistsystem.
Hello, my name is Vivian. The video you just saw was of me. On October 30th, 2020, I was fighting for restrictions against demonstrators who were against restrictions. They were against, I was for, but I'm not anymore. I believe it's a human right to choose which restrictions we want to follow. I believe that the government should trust in each citizen to choose what is right for their own lives. What happened to me can happen to anyone. If you stand tall and fight for what you believe in, you can be considered a menace to the society or a danger to yourself or others, and therefore you can, like me, be diagnosed with an episode of mania. After what you saw here, I was hospitalized in a psychiatric ward in Denmark, where I was both forced to stop breastfeeding, forced to start antipsychotic medication even before I got a diagnosis, and I was completely isolated. I was not allowed to speak to any other human being for a long period of time. I had to say I won't be politically active anymore, that I will just keep my focus on my school and my children, and that's not a bad thing, but you should be allowed to follow your passion and fight for what you believe in. My point with saying this is that the symptoms of mania is, for example, being artistic, writing a lot, showing care and compassion towards other people, thinking highly of yourself, and speaking in a grand scale of things, being philosophical in your way of speaking, so to say. And I believe, these symptoms are what I believe are human qualities. I mean, there's a very small difference between being passionate and being mentally ill. And before all this, I started a political party called Community Spirit. In Danish, it's called Samfundssind, where I fought for legalization of cannabis, or like before I fought for restrictions, so now I fight for complete liberty in the decision of whether you want to wear a mask or not. And also the political party stands for liberty in deciding if you want a vaccine or not. You should not be replaced in either school or work or your home if you choose not to take the vaccine. And also in regards to testing, it should not be an obligation in order to keep your job to have yourself get tested. Also, one of the most important objectives of the political party is that each and every legislation made by the government should be a vote from the public. It should result as what the public says it wants. A legislation shouldn't just be allowed without the public's opinion as a part of it. Also, the political party is fighting for more maternity leave, shorter hours at work, where the government can pay for the time spent off work, so you don't go down in salary in order to be more with your family. Also, the use of psychotherapy in the psychiatric ward instead of medication is one of the primary objectives as well. And yeah, I think that rounded up most of them. But the point of making this video is that I'm going back to that tree. I fought for my liberty to speak at that tree and got arrested because I didn't want to move 5 feet away from it. I both wanted my physical freedom of standing by the tree, but also my freedom of speech, of speaking by that tree, especially after I had a permission to stand there. So I'm going back. I'm going back with the risk of them considering me a danger and then hospitalizing me and putting me into jail. But it is not a demonstration. I am simply handing out flyers and talking to people. I won't be doing more. It will be possible to watch my meeting for the party at Rådhuspladsen through a live video on Facebook on my private profile, Vivian Alexandru, where I encourage everyone to stay home and watch the video, but everyone is free to come, of course. I just hope that I will have people there that want to listen to what I have to say, and if not, I'm used to fighting alone. It's no problem. I'm risking a lot, but I'm also gaining a lot. There is an amazing family of people who dare to speak their truth and are awake. And I hope for more and more people to see things for what they really are. With evidence that the vaccine might cause infertility and also autoimmune responses in the body, it might be very dangerous not to reconsider taking the vaccine. Today is the day that the first people will get their vaccinations here in Denmark. And it's actually a coincidence in regards to me wanting to be by the tree again. But I just hope that we all can fight for freedom for all. Either it doesn't matter if we're against or for restrictions, we should all just have the liberty of choosing for ourselves. If COVID-19 might be here for the rest of our lives, if there is going to be a mutation and it won't go away, I don't wish for my children or yours to wear masks for the rest of their lives, for the rest of humanity. I think the way we best will be able to fight COVID-19 is by accepting it as a part of our lives. And it might not replace flu because the consequences of COVID-19 after it leaves your body is far more severe than any flu has ever been. And I am very serious in understanding and trusting in the people who say that they are gravely affected. But I also understand that a lot of the power lies in the mind. And I understand the people and I respect the people who don't fear COVID-19 and who think that if they get the disease, that they have the capacity to fight against it. The problem is that the way the society is handling this is very scary. I mean, the only way you can have a doctor come to your home is if the doctor is escorted by 2 policemen. These policemen are allowed to choose whether or not they want to use masks. They meet all sorts of people, but they have the liberty of choosing for themselves if they want to wear a mask or not. That's not fair. And where I've been in the psychiatric ward, they are obligated to wear masks. They aren't allowed to hug their patients, or patients are not allowed to hug each other. So we're giving some people more power and we're taking love from other people. It doesn't make any sense. At least I don't believe it does. But I am just a simple person. As you can see, I can be put down and not be able to breathe and pass out without anyone even caring, and a lot saying that I deserved it. But I feel stronger than ever, like a phoenix, rising from the ashes. And even though people might keep not noticing me, I will hope for the rest of my life that people will give me a chance and listen. And please Give each other a chance. Stop calling each other names for having conspiracy theories or being or saying that they follow restrictions. Let's accept each other and love each other for what we are, which is human beings. We are beautiful, each and every one of us, in each and every way. Some maybe some shine more than others. Let me just say it like that. And I just think that we should let the light shine. I passed out when that policeman sat on my head and I couldn't breathe. And while that was happening to me, my dad, who has schizophrenia, was walking up and down the hall calling, "Police, police, police." There is a light, there is an energy, and we can share that energy between us, or we can shut it down by denying, by saying we don't believe each other, and by refusing to see things for what they really are because they are the norm. The norm is what we create for ourselves. It's not what is normal now. It's not normal that we spend more time at work than we do with our family, and it is not normal that we're pressuring people to help each other, to protect each other. People should be allowed to do it out of their own free will. So, as I said before, I hope that you will see the live video on my private profile, Vivian Alexandru, and watch me hand out flyers and talking to people. I don't encourage anyone to come because I still believe we should try to protect each other. But lastly, I just want to say that I believe that each and every wish can come true if we have the courage to dream, have the courage to wish. It might not come true immediately, but I do believe that it will turn out very good at the end, at some point. Thank you for all your time. I know it is precious. And please take care of yourself and each other. I love you all. Peace.